Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing another video in my Jupiter and Saturn series, and this one is going to be Jupiter and Aries with a combination of Saturn in Capricorn. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so I want to start this video by saying this is a very few amount of people that this energy applies to, this Jupiter-Saturn combination, because it is from February 13th of 1988 to March 8th of 1988. So it is really only less than a month span that this energy is applicable. So it is a very small amount of people in like the time-wise, you know, but that does not mean this energy is not as important, if not more, because to be completely honest, I think this combination is beautiful and amazing, and it's like, it's an energy where it's like Aries and Capricorn, although they are a natural square to each other, it is something that causes a lot of growth and a lot of potential. And you know, whereas like the Jupiter and Aries, Saturn and Sagittarius person, they'll be more of like a teacher and a mentor and a guru and traveling and whatnot. Saturn and Capricorn wants this person to be stable and be strong and be powerful and be you know, public and be a leader, and that is also what Jupiter and Aries is very, very good at. So Aries and Capricorn, although there is a square between them, there is a lot of similarities, and that is what you kind of find with squares. Like there are, you know, yes, there are issues where, like, you know, the Jupiter and Aries wants to go and be super independent, but doesn't want to be, you know, in a place of authority because it doesn't give them enough freedom or enough choice, you know. And but the Saturn and Capricorn's like, no, you have to be established, you have to be strong, you have to be, you know, like a leader in a sense, you know, and be organized and be put together. And it's like the Jupiter and Aries sometimes doesn't always want that, because Jupiter and Aries is all about the self, and the Saturn and Capricorn is about the self, but more about, it's about the establishment of something career-wise. So this energy, this combination is for people that would honestly really, really, really succeed in business, like insanely, especially with that natural square. Yes, I know that degree-wise they're probably not the same, because Jupiter is in like the later degrees of Aries and Saturn's in the beginning degrees of Capricorn, but still there is a natural square between them, so there is that kind of tension between the way that the energy goes. Not saying it's not the exact same, but that's my technicalities with astrology. But anywho, so yeah, the Jupiter and Aries is all about, like I said in my previous Jupiter and Aries video, it's all about being independent, being strong, being a leader, being self-focused. And then the Saturn and Capricorn is like, here, have a goal, build it, and make it happen, you know. Not really, you know, like it's really important for these people to be somewhere in the world and be someone and have a career that they're proud of, and a career that's stable, and you know, a sense of authority that's stable, and that's self-authority too. You know, like the Jupiter and Aries is like, go, 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 and wants to just get a bunch of stuff done, but the Saturn and Capricorn's like, wait, slow down. You have to make sure you take your time figuring out what you want to do, what you want to build, you know, because Capricorn's all about building, it's all about creating and building a foundation of something. And the Jupiter and Aries, yes, Jupiter and Aries can go and rely on themselves and get a lot of stuff done, but the Saturn and Capricorn's like, okay, but what are you going to be known for? Like, you can be known for being an individual, that's great, it's amazing, but what are you going to build with that? What are you going to build with yourself? What are you going to build out of yourself? You know, like, what legacy are you going to leave behind? You know, because Capricorn, the 10th house, is all about, like, you know, your career, your public, the thing that, you know, the pinnacle of your life, I guess you could say, or the point that everybody sees. You know, what is that? What are you working towards? What are you working towards becoming? What are you working towards being in life? You know, that's what the Saturn and Capricorn wants you to look at. And the Jupiter and Aries is very much, like I said, independence and like self-focus. So this is amazing energy. And these people, in that very small amount of time for that month that are born, you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful combination. And I am extremely, extremely, like, envious of that, because yes, it is difficult to kind of have. I think I'm just envious of just Jupiter and Aries in general, personally. But it's just you would have a lot of struggles with kind of building something and knowing what it is, but believing in yourself enough to know that, like, you can do it. Yeah, but Jupiter and Aries is all about, like, relying on the self and believing in the self and believing in the self efforts, you know. And like I said, Saturn and Capricorn is all about, like, wanting to build something. So you have a lot of faith when it comes to yourself, but then you have a lot of struggles when it comes to building something like a reputation, or like you know, building a company. Like, you know, Saturn and Capricorn in general, it's all about, like, companies and establishments. And with this, like, Jupiter and Aries, Saturn and Capricorn combination, you could really, really want to, like, build a company and build something and build this kind of, like, you know, empire, I guess you could say. And the Saturn and Capricorn wants you to make sure you do that correctly, and you go through the steps, and you go through the methodical stuff, and the rules and the regulations and all that stuff. And, you know, Saturn does very well in Capricorn. It really does. And I believe that Jupiter does really well in Aries as well, because it does give you that oomph to go after what you want, and that energy of, you know, going for something and knowing that you can get it and that you deserve it. The Jupiter in Aries is all about self-sufficiency, independence, growth of the self, growth of the efforts of the self. And Saturn in Capricorn is all about the culmination of those efforts and the trials and going through those things to create that thing that you dream of, that thing that you want, that thing that's stability to you, that's a career. You know, Jupiter in Aries gives you the faith in yourself to be able to go after that and have the force behind yourself supporting you to go after building what you want. And that's essentially what this combination asks you to do, is build what you really want. And, you know, to know that you will build something, and you will build something amazing. And it's not all of it's going to be with your effort, but you have to have the vision and the plan and the energy and the passion and the drive. And that's all Jupiter and Aries has for you, is all of those things. It has that energy of just, I'm going to get this done. No matter what stops me or gets in my way, I'm going to keep going like the Aries does, and just go forward and just keep pushing. And that's amazing. That's extremely, extremely valuable. And the Saturn in Capricorn, like I said, wants you to culminate all those efforts into something tangible. So make a tangible reality out of what it is that you want, and build something beautiful. Build something that you can look back on and say, I did that. I started that. I, you know, played a hand in that. I played a hand in creating something that is stable, that is strong, that is going to last. Because Saturn in Capricorn wants things to last, wants things to stand the test of time. And if you really have your efforts and you keep going, you will create something. I promise you, you will create something that will stand the test of time and will be able to stand there and, you know, like, go through all of these issues and these, like, for instance, like, for some reason, the image of the pyramids comes in my head when I think of this combination, because it feels very similar to, like, that. The pyramids and the tombs were all like, okay, I want to be hella extra, so I'm going to get my own tomb and my own pyramid that's as big as, like, however big the pyramids are, it's going to be huge. I want to have my burial ground be bigger than any other burial ground. And that's what a pyramid is. And that was, you know, the Jupiter and Aries desire was like, I want the biggest and the best for myself. You know, I'm being super extra, but I don't really care. You know, and then the Saturn in Capricorn, with that same energy, built that. Got the energy and got the things put together to build that pyramid. And that pyramid lasted a lifetime and decades and centuries, and it's been there forever. It's been there, and it stood the test of time by going through that. But that wasn't there, and a lot of those things weren't there until that person, that individual, had that desire. You know, that desire to be super extra and do the most. You know, but that Jupiter and Aries desire created this Saturn and Capricorn thing that now we look at and we're like, that's an empire. That's beautiful, you know? And that's really what this combination is, and that's really what this combination represents. Is like the pyramids, you know? So I want you to look at yourself like you would look at the pyramids, and like you would look at those things. And, you know, keep putting the effort and know that you're going to create something strong, and you're going to create something worthwhile, and something that's going to stand the test of time. And you have the desire to do it, and you will get it done. And you have the faith in yourself, and you have the faith in everything else, so you are going to have it. So just remember to have faith, and remember that, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, is very much a phrase that kind of needs to be said to this combination. But, yeah, I think that's all I need to say about this Jupiter and Aries, Saturn and Capricorn combination. Like I said, it does only last about a month, so there's a very slim amount of people that this combination applies to, but I still feel it's necessary for me to speak about this combination. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you so much. Have a great day.